Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsea. Thanks for joining me today as I share another beautiful card idea you can make with the November 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Wrapped in Cheer. Here's a quick peek at the original project from the kit. If you'd like to watch me unbox the kit and create these gift boxes or see any of my other alternatives that I've made with this kit, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. I have made 7 alternative cards with 3 gift boxes from the kit. I've created a template showing how to cut the gift boxes to get the most out of them and so that you can create all of my alternatives. It also includes measurements for the extra cardstock pieces for each card. You can find the link to download this cutting template on my blog, creativechelsea.com, or below in the description. This is the second alternative card I'll be sharing with you this week. The soft plaid background, embossing, and classic red bows make this card feel festive without being fussy. My favorite combination for quick Christmas crafting. If you are new to my channel and would like to continue to see all of my paper pumpkin alternatives, make sure to subscribe using the link in the bottom right corner. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. All right, so let's go over the pieces that you will need for this card. You can find the instructions as well as the measurements for this on my blog, creativechelsea.com. And that's all there for free. So I've got a basic beige card base. I have an old olive piece of cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have some scratch basic white cardstock. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece, and it's for my stamping and fussy cutting. So then I also have this piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock. It is 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then from the gift boxes, I've got this piece that is 2 1/2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then I have 2 of the greeting labels from the kit. And I've got a fun technique to show you for those. So let's get started. Let's just work our way from the back to the front. I'm going to emboss the old olive piece with an embossing folder. I am using Forever Plaid, but you could use any embossing folder. Let's go ahead and add that to the front of our card base, just right in the center. I like to use liquid adhesive when I've embossed the cardstock because it gets inside all those grooves and creates a really strong hold. Next, I'm going to take my gift box pattern piece and I'm going to add it to the center of my Mossy Meadow piece. There should just be a little bit of cardstock showing at the top and the bottom. And then this will get added with dimensionals to the center of my card base. And the left and right edges should line up. So you get this really nice green tone on tone almost look for the background. So for the ink colors, I am pulling in Cherry Cobbler. We're going to stamp the gift box. So it's the greeting that says a gift for you. We're going to stamp that 3 times on some basic white cardstock. And then we're going to stamp the wreath in the Mossy Meadow ink spot that came in the kit. And we're going to do that 3 times. Make sure to ink it up really well. Okay. Next, we're going to fussy cut. So from the gift boxes, you're going to just fussy cut out the bow. And you'll want to get kind of close to the line so that way you don't see too much of the other image. But you don't cut right on the line because we want to see the line. So you do need to cut just a little bit away from it. So here's one of the bows, so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And then let's cut out a wreath. I'm just going to simplify this by removing it from the larger piece. So as you're cutting around this, you just want to make sure that you get as detailed as you can. The more detailed cutting that you have, the better the image is going to look, because it's going to feel intentional on your card. So just take your time and go around the wreath, moving the paper back and forth. So we also want to cut out the center, and I have a quick little tip for you. The best way to cut it out is with a hole punch, a nice small one, and you're going to cut or punch some holes in the center. Make sure to punch away from the actual stamp. Okay, so if you can get some holes in there, then it's easier to go in and cut. Okay. All right, so then your wreath is done. I'm going to repeat this off camera for the other two bows and wreaths, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've gone ahead and cut those all out, and now we're ready to add them to our card. I am going to just use some liquid adhesive, but you could use glue dots. You could even use some dimensionals if you want. You will just need to cut them in half so that they can be hidden behind. The bows will be hard to get them on, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so this first one I'm going to do, you just put them right in the center. I'm going to do one off to the left, and this open space is at the top. Then the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to put on the right side. Close to that right edge. Try to line it up. The plaid makes it easy to line up. And then my last one is going to go right in the center. And the reason I do the sides first is so that way I can get the center to be in the middle, evenly spaced. Okay, so something like that. Then I'm going to take a little dot of glue on the top of each wreath and then pop my bow on. And I'm just putting the bow, adhering the bow to the top, not the ends. You could also use glue dots if you don't like working with liquid glue on these small little pieces. I think it's so cute. All right, let's do our greeting next. So you're going to take your labels and you're going to cut off the straight side. Maybe just 1/4 of an inch or so. Then you will take a little liquid glue on one side, that straight side where you cut, and then the other one will go on top of it. And you can decide how long you want these to be. Okay, So this one's a little longer than my original. Use your table to make sure that they are nice and straight, and then also a bone folder to get rid of any bubbles. Okay, so now I have a nice long greeting label that I can put on my card. It might be a little long. Let me measure the first one that I did, and then we can compare. So this one's about 2.5 inches, and this one is 3. So I've got a 1/2 inch more label here. So you can decide how long to make yours based off of this video. I want to stamp my greeting in Cherry Cobbler just to bring in a little more of that red color. We've got a lot of green on this card. And then just make sure it goes right in the center and press firmly, so that way if it does go over the seam, you get a nice clean image. This will also get bumped up with some dimensionals, and the minis are perfect for this, so if you have some, and then that can get put right in the center of your wreaths. And if you want to pull out your ribbon, they can either go under or over depending on how long your label greeting is. So here is a long one and here is a short one, and you get to decide which one you like more. If you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, join the Cut Club, or learn more about becoming a Creative and Company team member, check out the membership perks on this chart. Or you can get all the details on my blog. Just click on the link in the description below for details. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful card. If you're interested in getting more information on how to create this card, including instructions or close-up images, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. If you would also like to subscribe to get your own Paper Pumpkin monthly crafting kit, the link is below in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.